And we're live. Hi.
I just realized I forgot to unmute on the recording.
Oh no.
So that was great timing. Okay. Running it back, pretending like this didn't happen. Okay. So, uh as you'll notice there's no music playing right now. I got to address the elephant in the room. A few things. Lion Boy is not present on this team's list right now. He had a few things going on in his personal life that took priority. Most notably being he is, I don't know if he is still in the hospital, but a few earlier in the week it came into our attention that he was in the hospital for pneumonia. Uh, and after heavy consideration, I reached out to him and I asked him how he wanted to handle things. Uh, and he requested to be dropped from the league and to be replaced. He will be back season 5, provided he is in good enough health. This was not a he did anything bad or he did anything wrong situation. Uh, he just fell victim to something that was completely out of his control. Uh, and he had to make the call that was best for him in that situation. And I hope that all of you can understand that and appreciate that this was not an easy decision to make. It was not a decision any of us wanted to make, and at the end of the day, it was Lion Boy making the decision that he deemed best for him. Uh, on behalf of everybody in the HDL, I would like to thank Lion Boy for his continued participation in this league. This has been 4 seasons in a row he's participated. He's been here from season 1. Uh, and he has been an absolute ride, and he has been very enjoyable to have. I know we rag on him a whole lot, but he is our friend, and we do care about his well being. And we are going to miss you, but at the same time, we understand that health takes priority, and we hope that you have a smooth and safe recovery so that you will be able to join us for future events. So, thank you for everything you've done, Lion Boy, and I hope you end up getting a smooth recovery soon. Uh, the next thing I want to talk about uh, is a little bit of a different tone. Finn is no longer a member of the HDL. This was also not an easy decision to make. Uh, we decided to make this decision for a multitude of reasons. The most notable being behavior we no longer felt was representative of the league as a whole, uh, as well as inflexibility in his scheduling, uh, and which was causing numerous factors, and it was ruining the enjoyment of the league for other people. And so we had to make the tough decision to ultimately remove him from season 4. We are currently searching for a replacement, but in the event that we do not find a replacement soon, we will likely just turn his spot into a bye week. Finn did actually give me a letter of apology that I would like to read out on his behalf. And it reads as follows. Hyrule Draft League staff members and my fellow participants. I'm writing this as a follow-up to some inexcusable things that I have said and done. Firstly, I'd like to apologize to everyone in the league for my sheer disrespect for you all, the league, and the spirit of the game. Words can hurt, and I can imagine the things that I've said have hurt quite a few of you. In doing so, I greatly diminished the sole purpose of the league, to have fun. I have also disrespected my match opponents by not properly giving notice of my availability. This causes the league to not run in a manageable fashion, in addition to holding up the future matches. Secondly, I should have better communicated with the league as to how I was feeling, and should not have used it as a catalyst to be hostile and rude to everyone. Both my words and actions are unacceptable. I take full responsibility for what I have done, and will accept my removal from this year's league. I ask not for forgiveness. If you would like to discuss further, you know where I can be found. I wish everyone the best of luck. Finn, manager of the Connecticut Tyrantrums. So, we're on good terms. It was not an easy decision to make. We don't like removing people from this league for any reason. We don't like doing that. It's not something we do lightheartedly. It is not something we immediately gravitate to doing. But sometimes for one reason or another, it needs to be done. And I hope that all of you watching can understand that, and that you can understand this is not a decision any of us enjoy making, but it was one that was made out of necessity. Again, we do not currently have a replacement for Finn at this time. We're working on trying to get somebody. We've reached out to a few people. In the event we do not get somebody to replace him soon, we will likely turn his spot into a bye week. But that is serious moment out of the way. So now we're going to do a complete 180 and actually get into the matches. So let's roll the music.
Yeah, let's see what crappy stuff we came up with this time.
So, we're going to start things off with the Week 2 matches. We only have 5 matches for Week 2, mainly for reasons stated above, or previously, but we're going to jump right into it with the beginning, with myself against Clay, aka Funny Darm, the match. Now, Wade, aka Flip Kicky, refuses to accept that this man, this glorious specimen right here is Funny Darm. It is Funny Darm. I'm sorry, Wade. It's Funny Darm.
I don't know. It looks like Darm is smiling. You know why he's smiling? Because he's funny.
Hashtag all Darms are funny. Let no one tell you otherwise. If you own a Darm, congratulations. You own a funny man. You own a funny individual, and you should be proud of yourself. So, we're going to just jump right into this one. We're going to start with me leading Spiritomb against Clay's Alolan Persian. I immediately switch into Zero Aura and get my leftovers knocked off. I proceed to knock off his Heat Rock in return, which means this man was bringing Manual Sun.
Why did you lead Spiritomb anyways? What was that for?
I was afraid he might lead Mew.
Well.
He then U-turns into Flygon as I go into Slowking, eating an Earthquake. Clay's going to switch back into Alolan Persian, allowing me to get up a Trick Room and switch in Glastrier on a Fake Out, which obviously does not do a whole lot. I then get a crit Mega Horn, which immediately kills Alolan Persian. Crit mattered, by the way. That was absolutely not a good look. He switches into Mew, then doubles back into Flygon, which barely survives a Mega Horn. It dodges the Icicle Crash, hits me with the Fire Punch, proccing my Occa Berry, which is not good, because this Occa Berry was specifically for Funny Darm. That was so I could live Funny Darm. And now it's gone.
Can we just talk about the karma this horse has built up in just 2 games of use? Like, seriously, I've never seen something be so lucky and unlucky at the same time.
Every time it's unlucky, it immediately gets luck to bounce it out, and vice versa. This horse is the epitome of a balanced scale of luck. I'm actually going to have to start renaming it to Karma.
Hi, Kevin.
So, Flygon's going to opt to go for a Dragon's Dance as I go for another Icicle Crash just to kill it. Clay knew this at this point. He was just sacking it.
Why not chip the horse?
Clay then goes into Funny Darm as I switch back into Slowking, knowing Glastrier will not live a Flare Blitz from Funny Darm anymore now that the Occa Berry's gone. I then double back into a Selgor, mainly because I'm just trying to live at this point. I know the Selgor has a Focus Sash. I'm just trying to get the Darm to damage itself from recoil at this point.
I just realized something. You switch in Excelgor and he just goes, Mamma Mia!
Yep. I go for Knockoff, getting rid of the red card on Mail. I then opt to go for Bug Buzz just to get some chip. I end up surprised it didn't kill. Mail opts to U-turn. Back into Funny Darm, who is doing Funny Darm things. As I go back into Slowking, because I know Slowking can still take another one. He goes for U-turn into Tornadus. As I opted to go for Scald. I do get the burn, not that it matters too much on a Tornadus.
It actually mattered a lot.
Shh, don't spoil things. I then double back into Glastrier, who gets hit by a flung Poison Barb. And
Can't miss.
Wing can miss. I mean, it's 100% accuracy, but it could miss.
Yeah. Clay then U-turns into Venusaur, as I opt to go for a crit high horsepower.
Because of course.
I was predicting a Darm switch. I then go into Salazzle, just going to take very little from a Giga Drain. So little, in fact, that Venusaur took more damage from Life Orb than it healed. I then go for a Fake Out just to get some chip. And then I finish the job with a Flamethrower. Darmanitan then comes in. At this point, I know nothing is going to live Darm. So I'm just sacking Salazzle because there was nothing I can do. I bring in Slowking as Clay then doubles into Mew, allowing me to get a free Slack off. I don't know why he didn't just opt to kill Slowking again right there, but whatever.
Because he was scarfed into Earthquake, that's why.
Yeah. I then opt to go for Reflect. Mew reveals Defog to get rid of my Reflect, so I opt to go for a Scald. And then this just turns into Stall Wars for a little bit. I do end up Pursuit Trapping the Mew a little bit. I then go back into Zeraora. At this point, I'm literally just trying to kill this Mew, because this Mew is refusing to die.
Mail.
Like, seriously, it won't die. And then it gets the Spadef drop on Slowking as I bring it back in, and that's great. But I have to go for a Trick Room before I bring back in Spiritomb, and Mew then pivots into Tornadus. I have to go for Poltergeist, which obviously fails because I forgot Poltergeist does not work when the opponent is no longer holding an item.
Whoops.
He then goes back into Mew as I go into Glastrier. Mew opts to U-turn.
What if you clicked Poltergeist again?
then doubling back into Mew. I am getting increasingly annoyed at this point, because he's just toying with me. I opt to go for another Icicle Crash, because at this point, I know the only chance I have to win is I need to kill one of these mons, whether it's Torn, Mew, or Darm. I need to destroy one of these mons for this core to just crumble. And I want it to be Mew, because this Mew is annoying.
He was just the facilitator of funny Darm.
Like, this Mew is the reason Darm is succeeding. I need a gun, and he knows that. And he doesn't care.
Yeah, you think Mew gives a flying hoot about you?
He synchronizes the burn onto me, which, that's lovely. And he goes for an Earth Power. And it's just a fucking mess. Just get this Mew dead. Let it die.
It's just blinking at you. Is it really that scary?
It's just standing there. Menacingly. As Tyler said, we are witnessing optimal gameplay here, and I hate every bit of it. So then he goes into Darm, getting for U-turn, bringing in Torn, which just died to Scald. So I'm sitting here like, thank God I at least got something killed.
And then you realize funny Darm is coming back.
Well, then I know full well Darm's going to kill everything I have left. And at this point, I don't care, because at least it's a 2-0 loss, and at least I did my best. I knew by the time it was down to the 3, I was going to lose. I just wanted to minimize differential at that point. So yeah, that's the story of how I got killed by a funny Darm.
And that's the story of how Darmanitan shot up the leaderboards like nobody's business.
Up next, Tyler against Wade.
I
actually don't remember this one.
It's pretty good.
So we're gonna start with Tyler leading Crocodile against Primarina.
Oh, it's that.
Tyler's gonna switch into a Scald, followed by Wade going into Garchomp, which immediately gets burned by Scald. And oh, I remember this now. Garchomp's gonna opt to set up rocks before dying to an Ice Beam. Wade's gonna bring in Mega Beedrill as Tyler goes into Skarmory. Beedrill's gonna Mega Evolve, opt to go for a Drill one, which obviously does not affect a flying type. He's then going to U-turn, getting hurt by the Rocky Helmet, into Rotom-Mow. Skarmory's gonna opt to go for Drill Peck. Tyler's then going to switch into Crook. And then just immediately dies to a Leaf Storm.
I don't know why I did that. I had a Pult right there. I have no clue why I went Crook
Mega
over
Zardazar Z is coming in. Immediately takes half from rocks. Wade's going to bring in his Bronzong, which is going to take half from Fire Blast. Heat Proof is a hell of a drug.
That's Assault Vest Max Spadef Heat Proof and still lost rolls to get 2-code by Fire Blast.
Still got 2 coal. And by the way, breakdown of a man here. Lost 2 straight rolls. That's crazy. I'm actually pissed about that. 44% roll on the second one. Hashtag Wade Luck is back. So Wade's gonna bring in Mega Beedrill as Tyler opts to go back into Skarm, allowing it to just live a Poison Jab, because obviously it's immune. Beedrill's then going to U-turn, because what does Beedrill have for a Skarmory? It gets chipped by Rocky Helmet again. Wade goes into horse number 4. It's funny, Skarm misses the Toxic. Goes into Tentpoles.
That's tennis balls. I mean tentacles.
Gets hit by a Shadow Ball for 20%. As Wade then hard switches into Rotom, getting hit by an Acid Spray, which is not good. -2 Spadef immediately. Rotom's gonna get the hell out of there by Volt switching into Mega Beedrill.
Right here. I should have clicked Rapid Spin, and I just didn't. I don't know why.
Yeah, you didn't click Rapid Spin at all, and that cost you the game.
I'm aware! I had rapid spin right here.
Yeah.
This was the most obvious spin, and I just
Literally could have
didn't
just
do it.
rapid spinned, got back in Zard one game. And you didn't do it.
I hate myself.
Acid Spray is going to lower Def again on Mega Beedrill, but it's already free as hell, so what the hell does it even matter? So I was thinking to go into Skarm, getting knocked... Wow, the Knocking Helmet gets knocked off. Rocky Helmet did his job. Spectre is going to come in, allowing Skarm to just get a free roost. Mind you, at this point, I thought you had Defog on Skarm still. I thought that was your last move, and that's why you were bringing it in.
Nope.
That's what
Taunt.
everybody thought.
It was taunt for Bronzong.
Skarmory barely lives Shadow Ball, gets the second Toxic. As Tyler then brings in Zard, and it's gone.
It was better than giving it a. It was better than giving it a boost.
He's then
Okay.
gonna bring in Sock, whose sturdy gets broken because of rocks. Primarina's gonna come in, get hit by a crit knockoff, losing its Rocky Helmet. And I agree with Kevin in the chat. This is an OSHA violation. Like, OSHA is not going to like this. Skarm's gonna come in and is gone. Wade's going to switch into Spectrier. Tyler's then going to switch back into Sock. As Wade switches into Rotom, dying to knock off. Because Rotomo was a frail boy. Lady Gaga is going to...
It knocked off his safety boots too.
Yep. Lady Gaga comes in on the Tentacruel as Wade then switches back into Spectre. At this point, Tyler's just slowly dying to hazards. Shadow Ball is going to barely not kill Tentacruel as he opts to go for Scald and then dies to the second Shadow Ball. So there goes Tyler's hazard removal. Spectre's now a +1 because of Grimnay. It's going to die from poison next turn, however, and Wade knows that. But at the same time, Wade does not care and opts to just kill Sock with a Shadow Ball before succumbing to toxic damage.
Armory gets its first kill.
Yep. Primarina then comes in against Tainted Lilith. And Dragon Ball goes for the T-Bolt. And then dies to a Moonblast, obviously, because it's Dragon Ball. So yeah. That was that.
Just needed to click rapid spin. Just rapid spin.
Moving right along. Yaroon against Snazzy.
Oh no.
I remember this one being pretty entertaining.
I haven't seen this one actually.
So, this starts with Lando against Weavile. Lando's immediately going to get the Intimidate off. I have to Hydrate.
As one
Yaroon's
does.
then going to switch into Silvally. Getting hit by Triple Axle 3 times. The first hit being a crit. Snazzy is then going to switch into Noivern, who's then going to immediately die to an Ice Beam after setting up Tailwind. The ex-wife is going to come in, Mega Evolve, on U-turn.
Posture check, you fucking cashew.
I am, in fact, Cashew. Urn's going to switch into DDD on the Hyper Voice, and then immediately die to a Focus Blast the next turn.
Whoop.
Lando T is then going to come back in and finish off with an Earthquake, getting rid of the ex-wife.
So just had to... wanted to highlight the chat from turn 5 of just life good, have wife. Incorrect, Hylian has no...
No maidens?
Like,
no maidens?
King DDD's nuts. Like, the chat just for some reason just...
Yeah, I was sitting here, I'm like, I was just trying to reference a meme. Like, wasn't even trying to do that. I was referencing a meme.
Hey, give me back my mouse pad, you silly kitty.
And here we see Yaroon talking about the Wii Sports theme.
Yep. Savali Bug's then going to come back in on Weavile. Only one hit of triple axle this time.
Bad.
Triple axle again hits all 3 times. Savali is going to U-turn, barely avoid killing Weavile, pivoting into Gallade. And Melon Man is going to Mega Evolve. Gets hit by 3 hits of triple axle, barely survives, sets up a substitute. It is now on 2 HP.
Oh no.
How do I know it's on 2 HP? Because I fucking called it in the chat. It was a complete shot in the dark, and I was right.
Well, that Gallade's dead.
Yeah, Weavile's going to kill with another triple axle. Ya Like Jazz comes in, getting hit by triple axle and dying immediately.
You ever just watch a Weavile end someone's entire soul?
You ever just
T
hated
comes
Trash
in,
Goblin?
finishes it off with an EQ. Regidrago is going to come in, take 68% from an EQ, opted to go for Draco Meteor to Oko Lando.
And it's gone.
You ruined Gumball, betrayed him.
Yep. Rotom's going to come in, take almost an entire death from Draco. That was a -2 special attack as well. Opted to go for a Hex, barely not killing, and it will die to the second Draco.
You ever just run Specs Regidrago and watch things evaporate?
Savali Bug comes in as Snazzy switches into Registeel, getting hit by an Ice Beam for 5%. As Registeel then opts to go for a Rain Dance, as he then gets roared back into Regidrago. Which will then just finish the job with another Draco.
I'm here to drop Dracos.
So yeah, we now know what it's like to chew 5 gum, stimulate your senses. Not sponsored, by the way.
I work on that.
Moving right along. Kevin against Callisto.
Oh. That's a Poliwhirl.
This is a Poliwhirl. This is a Poliwhirl that's about to go Ultra Instinct, because spoiler alert, Kevin went Ultra Instinct again.
Wrong game.
Wrong game.
Oh.
This is the one
He
where
will
Callisto
go
didn't
Ultra
show
Instinct. Give it
up.
time.
This is the one where Callisto didn't show up to play and just decided to end Kevin's entire soul.
Let's say I see a lot of Metros here.
Yeah. So, Poly Lad is going to come in.
Lad.
Against Thundy T. And it's immediately going to die from a T-Bolt.
And it's gone.
My grandfather is going to come in. Grandpa, why are you a Mega Banette?
Grandpa's dead.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
My grandfather is dead.
Yeah, mine's dead too, though. That's not funny.
I just want to highlight the entire feel of this battle can be summed up in my sad face after Poliwhirl died.
The entire fight.
So
Callisto's not here to play this season.
Banette's going to Metronome into close combat. As Callisto's going to opt to go for Dark Pulse and just immediately kill. How do you kill something that's already dead, by the way? That's just heartless. You're killing something that's already dead. The Destroyer of Wade comes in, gets hit by a T-Bolt, lives barely, goes for Ancient Power, gets the boosts,
and then dies anyways.
but it still gets outsped.
You ever just feel the misery of death?
Metro 2 Moogaloo comes in, gets hit by T-Bolt. Oh yeah, pay attention to the chat, by the way, because this was after another replay that happened in the same week where a certain individual just got way too many boosts.
Oh look, milk drink. Funny.
So,
No. This was after the Gen Spatula fight.
yeah, this is after the Gen Spatula fight where for the first time this season someone got Ancient Power boosts.
And then it still didn't matter.
Anyway, Kevin switches into Metajam, gets hit by a Heavy Slam. Steelix opts to protect itself from the Drain Punch. It gets hit by the second Drain Punch. Metajam gets back up to 80%. Gets hit by another Heavy Slam, back down to 22. Callisto's then going to switch into Amoongus, getting hit by another Drain Punch for 23%. Honestly, pretty respectable. Medicham gets up back at 40 before switching into Miltank. On a switch in into Incineroar, however, Scrap is going to block the Intimidate.
Funny Scrappy.
Miltank is then going to opt to go for T-Wave before getting its leftovers knocked off by Incin. And will then opt to go for Body Press, doing a very respectable amount of damage to Incineroar before Incineroar opts to Parting Shot into Vaporeon.
Yeah, did you guys know that Vaporeon is
No,
I
Kevin.
will kick you from this call. Choose your next words very carefully.
it's a very bulky Pokemon.
Fair enough.
It really is. That said, this is the second season in a row that Callisto has drafted a Fire-type starter that is very, very suspiciously human-like.
What are you trying to imply here, Tyler?
I don't know. I'm going to let your viewers connect the dots.
I think he's trying to say that Callisto's a furry.
Are you implying that Callisto's a furry, Tyler?
I've said it, not me.
Are you implying...
No.
Excuse me, sir? This is a objection? Hearsay?
This is a Wendy's.
Yeah. Hearsay? This is a Wendy's?
What? Wendy's? This is an objection?
Hearsay. Your Honor, I didn't get my double baconator. Hearsay.
Sorry. Wendy's is out of bacon.
What?
Hearsay.
Yo,
No, they actually are. There's actually a fucking bacon shortage. That's not a joke.
I've gone to a KFC before, and as soon as I start my order, they're like, "Hey, we don't got no chicken," and it's like,
yeah, there's a fucking chicken shortage. A chicken shortage. Who would have thought?
So you can't serve chicken, and your name is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No, they're just
Why are
Kentucky
you
Fried.
even open?
Ain't no one care about your fucking mac and cheese.
Yeah. It's like going to Subway and finding out, oh yeah, we're all out of bread. Why are you even open then?
Because they'll give you a lettuce wrap.
You don't go to Subway for a lettuce wrap. You go to Subway for a sandwich.
Yeah, but a sandwich can be made with a lettuce wrap.
Fair. But still,
Yes,
what
they
the
can.
fuck, guys?
Yes, it can. You're not trying hard enough.
All right.
We literally just said it can, and you just said,
Yeah. Oh,
You're-
I
you're
thought you
a-
said it couldn't. I thought you said it couldn't.
Anyway, Vaporeon gets full parried as Miltank then goes for Metronome the following turn into Dragon Breath. Miltank, I'm not sure if you know this, it's already paralyzed. I don't think that's going to do much.
I mean, it's better than using an electric move on a Volt Absorber.
Vaporeon goes into Wish before switching into Steelix as Miltank then Metronomes into Poltergeist, doing 10%. Steelix is then going to get back up to exactly full after Wish plus leftovers. Gets hit by Body Press for 20. As it then gets a crit Heavy Slam. Miltank is hanging on to dear life at this point. Opts to go for another Body Press for 21%. Steelix then finishes it off with another Heavy Slam.
I think my cat is overstimulated.
Medicham is going to come in as Steelix opts to go for a Protect on the Drain Punch.
Isn't that right, Tawny?
Callisto's
You're
going to
overstimulated.
Switch into an Amoongus, taking 22% from Drain Punch. Takes another 22%. Medicham slowly healing itself back up before getting hit by a Sludge Bomb. Does not get the poison, though. Goes for another Drain Punch, just trying to hang on for dear life at this point. Amoongus is then going to start an HP stealing war by spamming Gig Drain. They're literally just battling it out for who has more health at the end of the day at this point.
Punch.
Amoongus, however, will live 16% as Desmond the Moon Bear comes in. Callisto's going to switch into Steelix, allowing Desmond to get up a free Calm Mind.
How did he get here?
Goes for Moonblast, getting hit by Heavy Slam for 51%, proccing the Citrus Berry. As Clefable then opts to go for another Moonblast, gets hit by a Heavy Slam again. Clefable goes for Moonlight, as then gets hit by another Heavy Slam. Desperately trying to heal itself to stay alive in this game at this point. Living at 9% at this point. Does not have enough HP to make a substitute. Dies. And that's the game.
The end. Heaven, just click metronome and pray.
Up next, Jen versus Spatula. This is the replay that happened right before the replay you just saw chronologically. We're going to start with Blaziken against Fortress. Blaziken is going to stay in as Spatula switches into Jellicent, immediately getting hit by Toxic. Blaziken gets its free speed boost. Before getting Toxic itself, Blaziken then opts to go for Revenge, which obviously is not going to hurt Jellicent.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's fine.
Frostlass is going to come in as Jellicent misses the Toxic. Spatula is then going to switch into Fortress as Frostlass opts to go for a Blizzard, which is missed. Missed. Does hit the next Blizzard, however. As Fortress then sets up a layer of T-Spikes. Altaria is going to come in as Fortress is going to Volt Switch, pivoting itself into Rhyperior. Altaria is going to opt to try to use Mirror Move, however, it outspeeds Rhyperior, so it's not going to work. And Altaria is going to take hit by Rock Blast 3 times. One more hit, it would have died. Altaria is now going to Roost, down to 65%. It's going to take more hits from a Rock Blast.
Not super effective.
No longer super effective, so it is gaining health, but it's on borrowed time. Jen's going to switch into Sandy the Lapras, allowing Rhyperior to get up Stealth Rocks.
Mini hazard.
Mandibuzz is going to come in as Sandy opts to go for a Dragon Dance.
Yeah!
Then gets
Dragon
an Ancient
Dance.
Power, gets the boosts. Mandibuzz is going to opt to go for a U-turn going into Keldeo.
And nope, boosts don't really matter at all, do they?
Yep, and Keldeo's going to opt to go for Secret Sword to just kill Lapras.
Fuck you,
Milotic
Lapras. Cannot run a
is going to come
Keldeo.
in. Obviously getting hit by one layer of poison and thing. It's going to opt to set up Light Screen.
So is it the first time I think I've seen Zarude Sprite on Showdown, and I don't like it. He just looks very large. in
Yeah.
He's
comparison.
just chilling.
Zarude is going to kill Milotic with a crit Power Whip. Blaziken is then going to come back in, getting chipped by the rocks. Zarude's going to U-turn out into Fortress. Blaziken's going to opt to go for Revenge, getting 17%.
That was a base 120 power Revenge. That did 17%.
Yep. Fortress is going to protect on the Blaze Kick. Is then going to switch into Rhyperior, taking a Blaze Kick, 12%. Not going to do a whole lot. It's a Rhyperior. Blaziken's going to opt to go for Blade Bird, taking a little bit of recoil, doing 11% of damage. It's going to die to a crit EQ. Crit was unnecessary, by the way. Normal EQ would have killed. Altaria is going to come in, barely live the rocks. It immediately is going to opt to go for a Roost, up to 53. Rock Blast is going to be used. Gets 4 hits, barely living. It is clinging onto a thread. Up to 54% again from a Roost. Rhyperior is going to go for Swords Dance. This is not good. Altaria is going to try to use Mirror Move. However, it outspeeds Rhyperior. Rhyperior is going to miss Rock Blast. Altaria is going to Roost to get itself back up to full. Rhyperior is going to opt to go for Rock Blast. 1, 2. 2 hits. Back down to half. Altaria is going to Toxic Rhyperior. And Rhyperior is then going to finish the job with a Rock Blast.
Whack. Brax.
League of Legends. Death!
Your Honor.
Oh no,
League of
poor
Legends.
Gurg.
Death!
I just realized their Snorlax is immunity.
Yep.
Yep. Frostlass is going to come in on as Fortress gets switched in. Frostlass is going to get a reveal Destiny Bond.
Oh, that's sad.
Fortress goes for Hex. Or rather, Frostlass goes for Hex as Fortress Volt switches into Mandibuzz. As we end up seeing the slow death as Frostlass is desperately trying to just take something to the grave with it. It doesn't care what. It wants to kill something. Doesn't care what.
I'm doing my part.
Jen has had a rough start this season.
Yep.
Hey, the last time someone started the season with a rule violation, they made finals.
That's fair.
That person also knew what they were doing, though.
Hey, man. Jen's gonna win a game this week.
Yeah.
I almost guarantee
I'm just saying, Jen is this season's Jack. They have no prior experience with Pokemon.
Oh.
And Jack made it to playoffs only one season later.
Alright. We are now on to Season 3 matches. Not Season 3, fucking Week 3 matches.
And officially, this is the week where I'm in the league.
Yep. So, going into our trades for Week 3. We can see that effective Week 3, obviously, Sev is now in. So Sev's current team is in effect for Week 3, with the exception of Poliwrath, which was a Machamp at this point in time.
Electivire also wasn't.
Electivire was also not present. As this
Electivire was a Cacturne, yeah.
Also, at the beginning of Week 3, Tyler switched Raichu for Chargebug.
Everyone get on the bus!
Spooks abandoned Xurkitree and went back to Galvantula.
Like, I don't understand. Is that like an ex-girlfriend situation, or what's going on here?
He wanted to try out Xurkitree, but then found out he just really liked Galvantula better.
He wanted the webs back. And I dropped Sceptile for Alolan Executor, which never saw the light of day.
You just had to disrespect Dr. Coconut like that.
Moving right along. We have Spatula against Callisto. Spatula's going to lead with D against Incineroar, gets intimidated, is going to knock off Instin's heavy-duty boots. Instin's going to Parting Shot into Thundee. As Spatula then switches into E, eating a Flash Cannon. Vaporeon is going to come in, getting hit by Rock Blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, the last hit being a crit. Spatula's then going to switch back into D as Vaporeon is going to set up a Wish. Spatula's going to opt to go for a knockoff, getting hit by Toxic in the process. Vaporeon is going to end up getting back to full from Wish as Tornadus is going to go for Taunt. Vaporeon decides to just get some pressure going on here with Scald plus Toxic. Torn is up to 50%. Torn's going to U-turn out into Rhyperior. Callisto's going to hard switch back into Vaporeon, allowing Rhyperior to get up a free layer of Stealth Rocks. F is going to come in, getting hit by Scald. Getting hit by another Scald. F is going to use Substitute. And surprise, surprise, it's Stall Aegislash, everybody.
Everyone's favorite.
It's Stall Aegislash. Da 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 da.
Oh no.
But da 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 da.
King Shield Toxic Sub-Aegis.
As Amoon is going to switch in. Aegislash is going to go for a Shadow Ball. Gets a crit and the Spadef drop.
That's just rude.
Is going to break Sub. Incineroar is going to come in now, taking damage from rocks. H-Slash is going to set back up a substitute. Switching back to shield form, obviously. Incineroar breaks the sub, gets hit by Toxic. You can all see where this is going.
To the hyperspeed!
Callisto's going to switch into Tornadus T as instant parting shots into Thunderous. Torn's going to U-turn. Into E, which gets hit by Flash Cannon, barely survives, dies to Dark Pulse the next turn.
Poor Callisto in chat was just like, I'm ready to surrender.
B comes in, Mega Evolves, kills with an Ice Shard. Heracross is going to come in. F is going to be switched into Mega Heracross, which opts to go for knockoff, killing Aegislash.
And it's gone.
Good riddance.
Yeah. Tornadus T comes in as Callisto switches into Vaporeon, getting hit by a Hurricane. Before then, getting hit by a crit U-turn into C. Vaporeon's going to set up a Wish before succumbing to Toxic. Heracross is going to come in, getting hit by a Skull, does not get burnt. Heracross is going to opt to go for Rock Blast, which will, of course, hit for its maximum amount of 5 because of Skill Link. It's then going to get back up to full from Wish. Splash is going to switch into Fortress as Callisto switches into Amoonguss. As Amoonguss then switches into Incin. Incin's then going to go for Flare Blitz on the Keldeo, which comes in. Get damaged by Recoil, followed by Toxic damage. Keller's going to finish off Incin with a Scald. Meowstick's going to come in as Spatula switches into Fortress. Meowstick gets up, free light screen. Opts go for Prankster T-Wave. Fortress gets a second layer of spikes. Heracross is going to come in. A gets fully paralyzed. Gets hit by knockoff, getting rid of the Citrus Berry. Gets full parrot again. Arm Thrust is going to hit for its maximum of 5 times, doing a lot of damage. Fortress uses Gyro Ball, doing a significant amount of damage, but it will die to knockoff. B is going to come in, go for a Refrigerate Return, killing Heracross. Meowstick is going to come in. Spatula then switches into Keldeo, which of course does not care about T-Wave, but it's already statused. It's going to go for Toxic on Meowstick, getting the burn, as Meowstick goes for Psychic, barely not killing Keldeo. Meowstick then opts to go for Light Screen again, before barely not dying to Scald, however, will die to the burn.
Feel the burn.
Amoonguss comes in, gets hit by Scald, does not get burnt, and does kill Keldeo with Sludge Bomb. Tornadus T comes in, opts to go for Taunt, before getting hit by Sludge Bomb.
Pretty sure this was Assault Vest Amoonguss.
Yep. Hurricane misses, gets hit by another Sludge Bomb. Gets the next Hurricane and gets the Confusion. However, Amoonguss does not care and finishes his job with another Sludge Bomb.
But
then dies to Glalie.
Yeah.
It was a Glalie right there the whole time.
This is also the week where we learn the mystery of the ex-wife. We know their identity now.
Speaking of, we have Kevin against Snazzy.
Good timing for me to mention that because I just remembered it.
Yep. So, Kevin is going to lead with my grandfather as Trash Goblin. The wave. Kevin, for fuck's sake!
Drink some water.
You're getting trying to heat it up?
Drink some water, you fucking cashew.
This is why I didn't want to make a hydrate point reward. This is why.
Put it on
I did.
Do you have it on a? Do you have it set to a timer?
Yes. You guys have so many points that it doesn't matter.
Okay, but it does. If you set it to where it can only be redeemed like once every half hour, that still actually is a good system.
I think Wade's about to try and redeem Hydrate and can't.
Anyway, Slurpuff's
Dude,
going to
yeah,
come...
that's a 3-minute cooldown. You don't have that on enough of a cooldown.
Change that to
Night
10 minutes.
Slash.
Change that to 10 minutes right now. You guys don't get to see this part. Viewer rewards, channel points.
If you
Rewards
stream Twitch on Twitch, do you create a cosmic hole?
Like, Hylian, for example, my hydrate is on a 10-minute cooldown.
I'm setting mine to a 10-minute cooldown.
Stretch for me is set to a 20-minute cooldown because I don't want to get up that much. Glub, which is my thing that makes it to where I can only drink water for an hour, is set to a 3-hour cooldown because fuck y'all.
Wow.
Jitter free, which is the whole next stream, I have to have no caffeine the whole stream, is literally limited to where it can only be redeemed once per stream because of it affects the next stream.
All right, we're back. Moving on. Slurpuff's going to come in, gets hit by Poison Jab. As...
He called you a coward! He called you a
Let's
coward!
get one thing straight, chat. Let's get one thing straight. Let me... Shut the music off real quick.
He called you a fuck...
Now shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up! I am speaking! Let's get one thing straight, chat. I owe you nothing. Alright? I owe you jack fucking shit. You can spend as many points as you want. I do this because I want to, not because I need to. Alright? You can call me a coward all you want. It doesn't affect me. That does nothing. Anyway,
Tyler in chat.
we're going to just switch into... We are officially owed fan art of Jack getting steamy with shit. What does that even mean?
He wants fan art of someone fucking a shit, apparently.
Who the fuck is Jack?
You
Jack?
said you owe us Jack fucking shit. So
Oh. He does have a point.
good job, Snazzy.
God damn it, Stassi. Put a Dunsparce on your team or you're a coward. Again, that doesn't fucking work on me.
Who is Kai Time?
Anyway,
I have no idea.
Banettes going to come in, opt to go for Destiny Bond on Night Slash from Weavile.
I thought that killed me.
Snazzy's going to switch into... Hello, Nakai Time. Snazzy's going to switch into Galarian Corsola as Banette goes for Pain Split, getting its health back up, opting to go Shadow Sneak the next turn. However, Strength Sap is a hell of a drug.
I
Banette
hate
is going
Strength
to
Sap.
Metronome into Absorb.
Can we ban Strength Sap just from everything?
I wish we could, but I feel like that would be too aggressive in today's progressive society.
Fuck that move and everything.
It just needs to get nerfed. The ratio of health stolen per attack drop just needs to be nerfed. That's all they have to do, just reduce the ratio.
But then it wouldn't be plus ratio.
Get out.
Also, I like how you're just asking just random people just... You want to take over a fossil team?
I mean, I don't give a shit. We need to fill in a spot.
Or just don't. Because it's a
it's
fucking train wreck already.
It's official? Or not?
He says bet.
Bad, but I'll do it. I mean, we've got to check. We're going through a few other. We're waiting to hear back from one other person first. But if they say no, then if they say no, you're in. I'll tell you that much because we're.
Damn, I thought that would work. It did work.
It does. We've got we're looking at one other person right now, and we've reached out to them. We're just waiting to hear back. But if we don't,
still a good place to join.
If we don't hear back from them soon, or if they tell us no, then you're fucking in at that point. I don't
And
give
the
a
train
shit.
wreck continues of this season.
Hey, you know what? We're still better than season 2. If you want a real train wreck, go back to season 2.
Oh, yeah.
When you tried to ban my broken team from coming.
I have said on numerous occasions, season 2 was a fucking mistake. And I will stand by that statement until the end of time.
Season 4's a mistake so far.
Enjoying season 4, and I'm 1 and 2.
We can equate it to Star Wars movies. Season 1 and 3, very good. Season 2, ooh.
What?
So it seems like the HDL's cursed to where every even number season's a train wreck.
Well, I mean, by that logic, season 5's about to be hype as hell.
If it survives.
Hey, season 5 about to be hype as fuck by this logic. Let's go!
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Coral Grief is going to opt to use Whirlpool on metronoming into Recover. Kevin's going to switch into Desmond the Moonbear. How did he get here? We won't know, but now he's trapped in a Whirlpool.
I honestly also think that Snazzy forgot that ghosts cannot be trapped.
Probably. To be fair, a lot of people forget that. That's a very niche attribute.
Yeah.
And then he didn't realize that Magic Guard doesn't work on Curse.
Yep. Snazzy then opts to go for Curse, which does not affect Fable because of Magic Guard, as Fable's then going to opt to go for Belly Drum, eating the hit Citrus Berry. That's right, it's Physical Clef, folks.
Desmond the Moonbear.
Strength Stat is not going to do anything because of a substitute. Desmond's going to miss the Play Rough. Corsla's going to opt to go for Whirlpool, which is not going to trap because of substitute. You have to break a substitute before Whirlpool can trap you. The second Play Rough is going to hit and kill. Fable's then going to opt to go for Drain Punch, barely not killing Regice, proccing the weakness policy. As Regice goes for Rock Polish.
Rock.
If you're wondering why I was saying Regice, this strat's been brought before in season 2, but on a different Reggie.
That was last season, wasn't it?
I don't remember if it was brought last season or not.
I'm pretty sure it was last season because that was the Wade Struggle Bus season.
No, because I brought Weakness Policy Rock Polish Regice against Wade season 2.
Long story short,
yeah, this strat has been brought before. This strat has been brought before on a different Reggie, which is why I'm saying Regice in my head.
You're saying it out loud, which is why I keep correcting.
Yep. Anyway, Gus is going to go for Ironhead, getting a crit, getting rid of the substitute. It will die to a second Drain Punch, however.
Yummy.
Jimmy!
Trash Goblin is going to come in, hitting the Poison Jab, barely not killing. As Clef will then just fucking one-punch this man.
In its soul.
Yeah. This, in case it wasn't obvious, this is the replay where Kevin went Ultra Instinct again. He does this like once a season, at least once a season at this point, where there's always one battle where he just fucking goes Ultra Instinct and wrecks house. And this is the replay where it happens this time.
As of yet.
I mean, it wasn't Wade this time.
So, Garvor's going to come in and he is going to kill Clef. Banette's going to come.
Ex-wife.
Yeah. Banette's going to come in, Shadow Sneak the ex-wife, as Garvor's going to Hyper Voice, not killing, and it will die to another Shadow Snake.
Grandfather killed his ex-wife. Not grandma.
Comes in, getting hit by Pain Split.
Oh,
Then going to Volt Switch, barely not killing. The Pain Split mattered. As Snazzy then pivots into Registeel, which loses half of its health from a Pain Split. Regicide is going to go for some late game rocks.
That chizzy play.
As Banettes going to opt to go for some chip with Shadow Sneak. Regicide is going to set up Rain Dance. Gets
You
chipped.
did this 2 weeks in a row. I
Gets
just
chipped by
realized
Shadow
this.
Sneak again. Body Press does not affect Ghost types. He's literally just trying to sack Regicide at this point.
Wow, I just realized that he bought Rain Dance and Registeel for Thunder on Regieleki 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what he said was he's going to bring it until it worked.
I mean, technically it worked.
Banette then pulled Metronomes into Poltergeist to finish the job. When it all comes in,
do it, Kevin. Metronome, you must.
he then Metronomes into Scorching Sands.
I mean, to be fair, even if it had been like another move that didn't do as much, I'm pretty sure that a match attack waterfall, as you can see in a bit,
Probably,
would have killed the Cutlass.
And then Polylad's going to finish the job with Max Attack Waterfall. But
Choice Scarf Swift Swim Poliworld to outrun Regieleki in the rain.
fucking funny.
Look at him, so happy.
Moving right along.
I have his dad. Wait, I could name Poliwrath Polydad.
That
Thought
is
about
something you
that.
could do.
Go ahead.
Moving right along. Sandy against Clay. I actually haven't seen this one.
It's
Are you having-
interesting.
Hey, look how small Melmetal looks, though.
It looks so fucking tiny.
Despite being the giant goop monster he is.
He's small and fragile. Please understand.
He's about the size of a Hitmontop, though.
This is what happens when you evolved a min-sized Meltan in Pokemon Go.
This is what happens when you chew 5 gum.
You shrink in size?
No. I mean, I'm sure something is shrinking, but just...
What are you trying to say? Are you
Only
implying
Chad's-
Melmetal? Are you implying Melmetal is compensating for something, sir?
No, I'm saying
have-
only Chads chew 5 gum, and for such, they are
Ah, it's so they're so the jangly parts can fit in their pants.
I mean, have you seen his butt plug?
weak. I don't...
We're done here. All right, I'm gonna continue this solo. All right. So anyway, we have Bubble 07 against Bonnie. Sandy's then going to switch into Young Deli Meats. I hate that he calls it Young Deli Meats.
Hey, look, it's his butt plug!
Heliolisk is going to U-turn into Male, going for a knockoff, getting rid of the Lumberry, as Melmetal is going to opt to go for T-Wave. It does get synchronized, so now Melmetal is also paralyzed. Inteleon is going to come in as Mew gets full parried. Inteleon then opts to go for U-turn into Digibutter.ner. I understand that reference, Francis. Male is going to U-turn into Berserker as Hitmontop comes in, goes for an Intimidate.
I understood that reference, and I hate you for it.
Male's going to come in on the EQ.
Why EQ, though?
I don't know. Melmetal's going to come in, getting hit by knockoff. Not that it matters, because the Lumberry is already gone.
And it's gone.
Melmetal's going to opt to go for Darkest Lair. It does not kill. Does a significant amount. Gets whirlwinded out into a chiropractor. We just have a literal spine doctor here. Okay, never mind. He didn't want to treat this patient. Hitmontop's going to come back in. Gets hit by U-turn. The Akinator is going to come in. As Young Jelly Meats is back on the scene, getting hit by these focus blasts like it's nobody's
He is
business.
salami, as Sandy put it.
Getting hit by another focus blast. It is gone. They chopped
I don't
the
know.
salami.
He says it's salami, but he ripping pepperonis.
Yep. Chiropractor's going to come back in on Male, getting hit by a T-Bolt and dying.
You know, it's all Snazzy's fault.
Heliolisk is going to come in as Sandy switches into Camerupt. Heliolisk is going to U-turn into Chad, the Chad Golduck, versus the Virgin Hoopa Unbound. As the Chad is going to go for a light screen. Look at that.
Hoopa Unbound definitely ain't a virgin. They put in their holes everywhere.
Livin'. Flip turning into Torn T, or not T, but Torn I. I don't know why I said T. Camerupt is going to come in, allowing Torn to go for an agility. Clay is then going to switch into Golduck. Camerupt's going to Mega Evolve, go for a Stockpile.
Yes, I think I will try to avoid death today.
Sandy is then going to switch into Inteleon, as Golduck does not get to succeed in an Encore. Inteleon's going to U-turn into Kecleon. Golduck's going to flip turn, pivots for days, going into Berserker. Berserker's going to close combat, killing Kecleon.
And it's gone.
You can't say that every time Amon dies.
Inteleon comes in, doubles into Hitmontop. Give her the Intimidate. Berserker reveals Seed Bomb, doing 15%. Light Screen wears off. Sadie's going to switch into Hoopa, as Clay switches into Golduck. Clay is going to double into Berserker, getting hit by a Psychic for 46%, and gets the Spadef drop. Clay's going to switch back into Golduck, dying to another Psychic.
That is a certified not Chad moment.
Berserker is going to come in as Clay's going to switch into Hitmontop, getting the Intimidate off. Berserker's going to opt to go for an Iron Head, doing 28%. Say's then going to switch into Inteleon. Berserker is going to opt to go for another Iron Head, doing 26. Clay's going to switch into Heliolisk. Inteleon is going to opt to go for Liquidation. However, it is Dry Skin Heliolisk, so it will not do anything. So he's then going to switch into Camerupt, dying to a Surf, because it's Quad Weak.
And it exploded.
Chiropractor's going to come in as Berserker comes in on Hoopa, getting hit by Psychic for another 46%. And then dying to a third Psychic.
I unironically thought the match was over here. I thought Hoopa just kept clicking Psychic and the game was over.
Funny Darm comes in. Sandy's going to switch into Hitmontop to intimidate Funny Darm, as Funny Darm opts to go for U-turn because it's funny, proccing the funny Citrus Berry on the Hitmontop. Tornadus is going to come in, opting to go for knockoff, as Hitmontop goes for Thief, steals the weakness policy. And Tornadus goes for an agility, before Hitmontop goes for Rapid Spin to increase its own speed. And then Tornadus goes for Acrobatics, which has increased power because it got fucking robbed.
He killed himself. Literally, he killed himself.
Hoopa Unbound is going to come in, gets hit by a knockoff, loses its Choice Scarf, as it gets a crit Psychic, killing Tornadus.
That was one of the best sets of interactions I've had this season.
Heliolisk gonna come in, Sandy switches into Inteleon, dies to a T-Bolt. And that's gonna be the game. Hoopa's gonna come in and is going to immediately die. Oh my god, that was the most...
Hoopa's avoiding the bugs this time.
Fucking stole his weakness policy, and it didn't matter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Moving right along, we have Yeroon and Tyler. I also have not seen this one, but I don't think I'm missing a lot.
Depends.
So I helped Tyler, confession time, I helped Tyler build this team. I gave him the Scarm set. Apparently it worked very well.
You know what's not on that team? Rotom or Houndoom. Wait till you see the Sylvali type.
So Sylvali's going to come in as Grottle opts to go for a Leech Seed. Sylvali's then going to U-turn into a Alolan Ninetales. And Tyler is going to set up rocks.
Only that Grottle isn't
yeah.
super useful, because he's super useful.
Ninetales is going to set up an Aurora Veil, gets hit by Heavy Slam. Lando's going to come in, opt to go for an Intimidate, gets hit by Heavy Slam for 3%. Lando's going to reveal Weather Ball. He's doing a significant chunk. Grottle's going to set up another layer of, like, another round of Leech Seeds. He's going to switch into Tortellini. Crit Weather Ball on the Tentacruel.
Will I ever win?
Galade's going to come in as Tentacruel opts to go for Sword Stance before then switching into Hippo Roofing, the ultimate Skarmory. As Galade goes for freaking Trick Room, then followed by a Drain Punch on an Iron Defense. I think you can all see where this is going. I am so sorry that I put this idea in Tyler's head. I have so many regrets.
Hylian remembers Registeel from last season.
I am so sorry about this, Yaroon. I did not realize that I had created a monster. It seemed funny in the moment. I did not realize that I was going to create the next Exodia.
It's a little more interesting than that. Yaroon does actually put forth a lot of effort to keep this thing up from just running him over.
Yeah, Ninetales is going to opt to go for Disable, followed by Blizzard. However, Hippo Roofing does not care. He can repair himself indefinitely. That is the strength of Hippo Roofing.
Oh, 155 ROOFS.
Yeah. This Disable has now ended. Ninetales is going to opt to Protect. Hippo Roofing's going to go for Roost again. Back up to full, like the Chad Roofing Company it is. And is then going to kill with another Body Press. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry about this. I take full responsibility for this. I am so sorry.
The name of the Blissey is Trying Time.
Yeah. I am so sorry. This was not supposed to happen.
Hippo Roofing just did not care. He went flying off of somebody's house and just landed on the entirety of Yaroon's team at once, crushing it all underfoot.
This was not supposed to happen. None of this was supposed to happen.
You want to know what Yaroon's only answer to Skarmory was?
What?
He was expecting me to bring Zard, so that when he went Lando on Zard, I would switch out to Skarmory and he would hit me with a Fire-type Weather Ball. That was his Skarmancer.
That would have been heat.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he only had Cold. And I got flinched twice in a row for the second time in 3 weeks.
You're just watching this with a loaded gun, triangulating your position as we speak. So yeah, that was the story of how I accidentally created an all-powerful being. You know, I blame the leftover void energy that was in my being after my battle this week, and I feel like it inked itself over into the Skarmory a little bit.
All I'm saying is, just as an example of how the MVP system worked, Skarmory was not even remotely close to the board before this week. It is now 3rd.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that a little bit of my leftover void essence got imbued into this Skarmory set somehow. So this is on me.
This isn't entirely on you, Hylian. What happened was our coalition ended up being too effective, and we fusion summoned.
Unfortunately, the other issue was I think what we learned today is that Hippo Roofing Company is too powerful.
Yeah, it really is.
When you need your roofs extra durable, call Hippo Roofing. Trust us. Our roofs are so powerful, they will destroy your entire building by proxy.
The Hippo wasn't Rocky Helmet.
Moving right along, I would like to introduce you to the Ferrothorn Wars. So, For context, Lion Boy had Ferrothorn. I wanted Ferrothorn. Spooks also wanted Ferrothorn. Sev got rid of Ferrothorn. So, Spooks and Sev immediately fought after Sev built his team. The results are as follows. We're going to lead with Lopunny against Hoboken at the Grimmsnarl, as Lopunny is going to immediately Mega Evolve, going for a Fake Out. Grimmsnarl is then going to get hit by a U-turn into Terrence the Tangrowth, as Hoboken is going to opt to go for Play Rough, getting hurt by the Rocky Helmet. Sev is then going to opt to go for Leech Life, getting some health back. However, it's going to lose more health than it got before then getting hit by a Grass Knot. Grimmsnarl is then going to opt to go for Metronome, use Lash Out for 20%, then dies to Rocky Helmet. Fat Marimon, the Magmortar, is going to come in as Spooks switches into Goodra, getting hit by a Lava Plume. Magmortar is then going to opt to go for Scorching Sands, gets hit by a Sludge Wave. Alright, bye, Kevin.
Bye. Wait.
Yeah.
Are we not playing?
Goodra is then going to... Rather... Fat Miramon is going to Metronome into Skill Swap, stealing Gooey. Then Metronomes into Amnesia. Metronoming again into Volt Switch, barely surviving, pivoting into Porygon 2. Gets hit by a T-Bolt, gets parried. Jirachi's going to come in. Porygon 2 is full parried, and Jirachi's going to get the boosts. Jirachi's then going to get hit by Tri-Attack. It gets parried itself. Sevix is going to switch into Delmise. Jirachi got the boosts again.
Yeah, that happened.
Hello.
Jirachi's then going to get hit by Shadow Ball. Opt to go for Store Power to kill Delmise.
So for a little bit of context, this team I made in about 10 minutes while Spooks was in call.
Yep. Jirachi is going to kill Fat Miramon. Then is going to hit Togekiss on Switch. Togekiss is going to Metronome into Bulldoze, getting the speed drop on Jirachi. Togekiss is then going to Metronome into Gastro Acid, suppressing Seringrace. Togekiss then Metronomes into Sweet Scent. Hoshi gets full parried. It then Metronomes into Ingrain. Hoshi gets full parried. Togekiss then Roosts. Hoshi gets full parried. He then Metronomes into Throat Chop. Hoshi gets an Ancient Power. Oh, finally does not get full parried. Hey, you ever want to see a Jirachi die to Flinch Axe from a Togekiss? Because that's what's about to happen.
That's not what's happening today.
Because that's what's going to try to happen.
No, note. I could have just kept air slashing at the end.
You can see air slash, flinch, air slash, pull para, air slash, flinch, air slash, flinch, air slash, flinch.
Yo, when did Hylian become Shulk?
Air slash, flinch.
Like,
Air slosh.
like I chose to stop air slash.
You could have killed him. Togekiss opts to go for an Ancient Power to try to break the trend. Dies to a crit stored power. Hoshi gets full parried. Gets hit by Liquidation. Hoshi gets full parried. Gets hit by another Liquidation. Hoshi opts to go for Wish. Gets hit by another Liquidation. Gets the defense drop.
Oh, my boosts!
Hoshi goes for Ancient Power. Gets another round of boosts. Gets hit by a Liquidation. Gets back up to almost full from a Wish. Hoshi gets full parried.
This team was made under duress, by the way.
It wasn't made under duress. You could have taken all the time you needed.
You literally came to a call and said, "Let's go, let's battle."
Hoshi then kills with his store power, switches
All you
into
had to say was no.
Talonflame. Porygon gets full parried. Talonflame goes for Brave Bird.
When
Porygon
am I
gets full
ever good
parried.
at telling people no?
Talonflame goes for Brave Bird again. Porygon goes for T-Bolt, does not kill Talonflame. Talonflame goes for another Brave Bird, does not die to recoil. Porygon gets its health back from recover. Talonflame is going to kill itself with recoil from Brave Bird. Porygon gets its health back up with recover. Tangrowth is going to come in, go for knockoff, getting rid of the Eviolite on Porygon. Porygon gets full parried. Porygon's then going to get hit by an earthquake and get full parried. Lopunny's going to come
Put
in.
some fucking voodoo curses on these pairs, I swear to God.
I'm sorry. Void Madagascar leaked out this week.
then Lopunny
No,
got
our luck
frozen.
is just stupid.
Porygon then freezes Lopunny. Lopunny gets frozen solid, gets hit by try attack. Lopunny's frozen solid. Porygon got full parried. Lopunny
With
thawed
chat.
out, goes for a close combat and kills Porygon. So at this point, Spooks wants Ferrothorn. He puts in the FA for Ferrothorn. Now, due to how the rules work in HDL, if two teams FA for the same Mon on a week, the team with the higher standing at the end of the week gets the FA. Spooks put in his request for Ferrothorn. He had 2 wins, 1 loss, and a differential of 4. At this point, I had 1 win, 1 loss, and a differential of 0. If I wanted Ferrothorn, I needed to get a 5-0 or greater. Because if I had gotten a 4-0, my differential would have climbed to 2+4, and I would have tied Spooks, and Spooks would have gotten the Ferrothorn because he put in his request first. So, if I wanted this Ferrothorn, I needed to 5-0 sweep Wade. And to do that, I put together a team. I called up Sandy, Tyler, and Yaroon in a Discord call, and we sat there building
So
Ah,
you're a
team
fucking tryhard.
for... All is fair when a Ferrothorn's on the line.
Got it. You're just a tryhard.
Anyway, we sat there for 2 hours putting together a team to try to 5-0 Wade. Now, before you say, Hylian, what the fuck? Wade already declared war on me because apparently I am too lucky for him and he's salty about it. And so, you know what? If you're gonna go to war, I'm gonna hire mercenaries and get soldiers, bitch. We're at war. So...
You want to know the effort I put in for my team? About 20 minutes.
Not
Sounds
even.
about right.
Didn't you literally say you faced me with the team you were gonna fight Lion with, basically?
Yeah.
So anyway...
I changed 2 moves. It's just...
After 2.5 hours of building and a day of work, it was time to go to war. I had to channel the inner powers of the void if I wanted to stand a chance here. Because Wade wants revenge for some reason. I don't know what the fuck I ever did to him. It's not my fault that he's the unluckiest man on the planet when it comes to TCG. Alright, stop deflecting your blame on other people and just accept responsibilities for your actions somehow. I don't fucking know what happened. Maybe you killed a sack of puppies in a past life or something. I don't know. Just stop blaming me. Not my fault.
All your fault.
Screwline sucks. I hate this channel.
Anyway, it was time. Because at this point, I wasn't fighting Wade. I was fighting for a Ferrothorn. And I was going to either get this Ferrothorn or die trying. So with all the setup out the way, we're going to start with me going in to Zeraora against Wade's Bronzong. I immediately go for a knockoff, getting rid of the Heat Rock. Side note, why the fuck does everyone keep trying to bring Sun against me?
So pause. Yeah, just stay pause. You now have the record of longest IRL fucking match in HDL history.
I do. And I am proud of myself.
It took me 20 minutes to order my food. My food got there in the time that it took for you guys to start and end
Yeah.
the match.
Listen,
it
man.
started at like what 5:08. It ended at like 6:08.
Listen, man. I knew who I was up against. Wade counts literally fucking everything. If I wanted to stand a chance, I had to beat him at his own game.
And this is why I don't want to face either of you fucking tryhards.
I only tryharded this one time. This was because Ferrothorn was on the line.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you know what, Sev? Quit being fucking passive-aggressive and just
You
shut your
wanted
mouth.
the Ferrothorn.
I wanted
Then
the
you should have fucking taken the fucking Ferrothorn sooner.
Look, regardless... like, I'm just gonna ignore them from now on. So, Zero Aura's gonna, go for knockoff, getting rid of the Heat Rock. I don't know why people keep trying to bring Sun against me. Bronzong's gonna opt to go for Earthquake. I'm then going to switch into Donphan as Wade goes for Garchomp. Wade's then going to immediately double into Audino, getting hit by a superpower, proc the Chople Berry. This also is going to proc Donphan's Eject Pact, as I then switch into Slowking. Audino's going to opt to go for Wish. I Dragon Tail, getting Beedrill back in. Wade's going to switch into Bronzong, giving me a free switch into Glastrier. I then am going to double back into Slowking, as Bronzong's going to click Sunny Day, switching into Spectre as I switch into Spiritomb. I'm going to hit Spectre with a Pursuit, leaving it at 5% on switching. Garchomp's going to come in. I switch back into Glastrier as Garchomp goes for Toxic.
Pause real quick. The only problem that I see with this entire team that you spent 2 hours on is that you didn't bring an actual cleric. You didn't bring a wish setter.
I don't have a Wish Setter.
That sounds like a skill issue.
That does sound...
It's hyper offense. I don't have a Cleric.
And then you run into situations like this where you actually needed one.
I mean, that was half the challenge for me, in my opinion.
Your only choice was to continue to take Chip.
I mean, that's what makes it fun. I had to play around this shit. That's the challenge.
Okay.
Anyway, Audino is going to come in as I opt to go for an Iron Defense. I body press the Charizard on switch in. Wade's going to switch into Beedrill as I switch into Slowking. Beedrill's then going to double into getting a Future Sight set up. I'm then going to switch into Diancie, getting hit by a knockoff. Bronzong's going to come in as I opt to go for Rock Polish. Bronzong's going to tank the Future Sight. I'm going to switch into Slowking, getting hit by Heavy Slam. I'm then going to switch into Spiritomb, getting hit by a Grass Knot. I'm then going to Pursuit Bronzong as he attempts to switch into Mega Beedrill. We're just going to opt to go for a U-turn, switching into Audino. I'm going to go for Rock Tomb.
Rocks.
I'm then going to switch into Zero Aura, going for knockoff. As I was trying to predict a switch, Audino's going to knock off my Choice Scarf. I'm then going to switch into Glastrier. Toxic is not going to work, obviously, because I'm already poisoned. Charizard's going to come in as I opt to go for another Iron Defense. I don't want to stay in on Charizard, so Wade's going to switch into Beedrill as I switch into Donphan. Beedrill's going to opt to go for U-turn, bringing in Garchomp as I go for Gunk Shot.
Just a small note. At that point, this fight had been going on for 50 minutes. Nothing had died yet.
Yeah, my statement still stands. If a battle goes longer than half an hour, I just forfeit, basically, because of...
All right.
We can't stay at front that long. So at that point, we're baton passing ourselves, and we're fucked when we do that.
Anyway, Garchomp's going to opt to go for Earthquake repeatedly on Slowking, as I'm going to go for Ice Beam, barely not killing Chomp. I'm going to switch into Donphan to bluff that I have Ice Shard. I didn't have Ice Shard. I'm literally bluffing it, and the bluff works because Wade does not want to stay in, and he switches into Beedrill, getting hit by Garchomp. I then going to switch into Diancie on the U-turn.
Garchomp.
Bronzong's going to come in. I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for Mystical Fire to kill Bronzong. I didn't want to Mega Evolve right here. He forced me to. I switched into Slowking on the Poison Jab. Switching back into Donphan on the Poison Jab, just sacking it. I had to sack something at this point. I'm bringing back in Glastrier. I'm going to get hit by U-Turn as he goes back into Auto. I'm going to go for Resto Chesto, getting myself back up to full, resetting my Poison. I'm going to get Toxic again. I go for Icicle Spear. I get a crit and all 5 hits.
Accomplishing nothing.
Autono's going to go for Wish as I go for a Body Press. I'm then going to switch into Spiritomb on the Protect. So at this point, I knew it was standard Autono. Autono's going to opt to go for Toxic as I go for Rock Tomb to lower this thing's speed. And at this point, I switch into Diancie as Autono sets up Wish, goes into Garchomp. I set up a Rock Polish. And then
finally,
kill with
80
Moonblast,
minutes.
and then proceed to kill everything else.
80 minutes of us just sitting here waiting for things to die finally pays off in 35 seconds.
Took 80 minutes for about 45 turns.
Uh-huh.
And that was the story of how I played out of my mind for a robotic plant.
Thanks, knockoff.
And I regret nothing.
A reminder that if you instead wanted Salamence actually gets Wish.
I regret nothing.
And it can be Hyper Offense. And it's
I
a Phantom Wand.
regret nothing.
All I'm saying is, for the MVP table of Keldeo, you should have just did the Dancing C.
Moving on along, here are the team changes for going into effect for week 4. Obviously, I have dropped Alone Executive for Skyblade for Ferrothorn. Spooks has dropped Tangrowth for Reuniclus. Sev has dropped Machamp for Poliwrath. Wade has dropped Charizard for Typhlosion. And Clay has dropped Trevenant for Mismagius. Also, in terms of player trades, Sev has traded Cacturn with Kevin for Electivire. Damn, this entire double week recap and the title is all about Ferrothorn. Cry about it.
Not wrong.
Cry about it. Your tears will fuel me.
I mean, Soul of Flare Blitz, it'll throw you right into hell.
And that's the punchline. Anyway. So, here are your standings as of the end of this week. In first place is Spatula. Right behind him, in second by 1 kill, is Clay. I am in third. Sandy and Spooks are tied for 4th. Kevin is in 5th. Wade is in 6th. Tyler is in 7th. Callisto is in 8th. Zoezy is in 9th. Yaroon's in 10th. Jen is in 11th. Finn is in 12th, or, well, he would have been. And Sev is in 13th.
Meh. I took over at Neg 9. I don't really care. My goal of avoiding double digits was impossible anyway.
Here's your MVP table as of the end of week 3. In first place is Nibiru the Diancie with 10 kills. In second place is C the Keldeo. In third place is Hippo Roofing the Skarmory.
That might be the best name I've ever had.
I don't like being your top cut. It feels weird, says Kevin.
It's okay, Kevin. We'll change that soon.
Din the Darmanitan, aka the Funny Darm, is in 4th. Bonnie the Heliolisk is in is in 5th.
In.
2-5 Gum the Regidrago is in 6th. E the Rhyperior is in 7th. B the Megaglalie is in 8th. Hoshi the What the Fuck Jirachi is in 9th.
Might be nutty.
Akinator is in 10th. Desmond the Moonbear, the Clefable, is in 11th. How did he get there?
The end.
OU Slap On, the Lando T, is in 12th. The Regicide is in 13th. Tortellini, the Tentacruels, in 14th. And Lady Gaga, the Primarina, is in 15th. And now, time for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Oh boy, it's Snom time!
Snom
He's
time.
back!
So,
He's back!
something I have been glossing over this entire time is Snev.
Yes.
Snev?
Snev.
Yeah, Snev drafted
no,
Som. Snev drafted Som for. No, Sev drafted Snom for this. For this week. Or not for this week, but just like for his. I cannot talk. Okay, we're resetting this. Something I have glossed over this entire time is Sev drafted Snom for his Mega. So for those who aren't entirely aware of how this works, I did not talk about this in the draft recap because, like in the actual draft recap proper, because nobody drafted Snom. But now that Snom's been selected, I have to talk about this. And this will be added to the rules sheet following this recap. But I have to introduce to you the Snom Clause, or as we are referring it to, the Snomly Parable.
Ultra Deluxe.
Technically, we're just referring to it as the Snom Parable, and if we ever revise it again, it will be the Snom Parable Ultra Deluxe. But, for those who don't know, here's how Snom works in this league. Snom is a fucking random button. Every week, Snom is rolled into any possible... Stop fucking hydrating. Yeah, I know we never called it that. We're calling that now. That's what we've started to refer to it as internally, as it, and by we internally, I mean the, what was once referred to as the HDL High Council, but we have now decided is called the HDL Renovation Center. Anyway.
Been a house building society for like 2 years now.
Snom is a fucking random button. Every week, well, traditionally, what we've done is every week, we would roll Snom to determine what Mega it would be for that week. Snom was allowed to become any Mega on this list, regardless of whether or not it had already been drafted. So, for example, it's possible for Sev to get Mega Lopunny, even though Spooks already has it. Furthermore, it was a 66% chance to get a Mega, a 28% chance that it would just be a Snom, and a 5% chance that Snom's dad would get pissed and he would have a Frostmoth for a week. Also, unique to Snom is that Snom is allowed to Dynamax. Only Snom is allowed to do this. If it rolls into a Frostmoth or a Mega, it cannot Dynamax. It has to be a Snom. As to why this is allowed, it's a fucking Snom. Anyway, that is how we've done it traditionally. Now, obviously, this time around, we've done the schedule in advance. So, it only makes sense for us to do the rolls in advance as well. We did roll for week 4 in advance off screen, and Sev can vouch for this. It rolled into a Snom. So Sev has a Snom for week 4. But
it will not be in battle.
We will need to roll for the remaining ones. And so, it is time to spin the wheel. This contains every single Mega available. For every 2 Megas on this, there is 1 entry for Snom. I don't know why some of these say Snow.
And I think for every 3 entries of Snom, there is 1 Frostmoth.
Yes.
Or no, it's every 4 entries.
So, let's figure out what it is for week 5. Snom for week 5 is Mega Bayonet.
Oh. Shame it's not versus Kevin.
That gets metronome.
It does get metronome.
Where I needed that this week. I could have actually brought 6 metronomers against Jen.
Snom.
Well, now you can bring 7.
All right. Week 6 versus Regicide is...
Oh, I see. Because you got Bayonet against the Brooklyn Banettes.
Wait, is it actually?
Yes.
Mega Blastoise. It was almost Mega Bayonet again.
I wanted that. I unironically wanted that.
I would have been okay if it just rolled into Mega Bayonet again.
Week 7 versus Tyler.
Hello.
Come on, Chris Angel.
No.
Mega Swampert.
Okay, I can accept that.
Week 8 versus Wade.
Please be Mega Beedrill.
Dad is pissed. It's time for Frostmoth.
Oh.
Week 9 versus Yaroon.
Damn, he actually just out here dodging Snom.
Mega Venusaur. Week 10 versus Kevin.
I'm happy with a Metronomer. I'm happy with Snom.
Mega Venusaur again.
Oh,
That doesn't get metronome at all.
that is not the answer. Try again.
So that one won't be going. That won't be going against Kevin because of.
Week 11 versus Spatula.
Come on, Mega Venusaur a third time.
It almost happened. It almost happened. Mega Tyranitar.
What the fuck do I do with the Tyranitar?
Ask Yaroon. He has a lot of experience.
Week 12 versus either no one or whoever takes Finn's place.
I'm gonna be real. If no one takes Finn's place, I volunteer to fight Sev using 6 Snom rolls.
Snom. And finally, week 13 versus me.
Plasma Fists. Plasma Fists. Plasma Fists.
Mega Gallade. That almost stopped on Mega Diancie, and I was terrified I was going to have a mirror match for a moment.
I mean, you should be terrified about the fact that you really wanted Mega Gallade in the first place.
I actually didn't. How many times do we have to explain this? That was planned from the start.
That was season 1.
No, I'm talking about this season.
And I'm talking about season 1.
All right, and
And I'll thank you kindly for not thinking that I'm confused here.
good. Anyway, that's
I
gonna
should
do
have
it.
just taken Chris Angel.
He rolled Snom once.
I mean, you could
Twice.
always FA it after this week.
I don't have enough FAs left.
No, you do.
No, because I have 2 available still, and the plan for the team has.
You have 3 available.
Do we have 4?
Yes.
Oh, I thought we only had 3.
No, you have 4.
I've been sitting in a box trying to make the team work. Friggin' Jin only using 2 of them. Oh no! I could have done it. I got.
You can still do it. Do it now.
You could, yeah. Week hasn't started yet
Yep.
officially.
No, it's too late because of it's too much headaches to try to communicate with the others and.
It
All
would
right.
be a massive letdown for rolling all those snoms for you to only chuck it immediately, though.
Thank you guys. You know what? I'll do you one favor. I'm going to regret this.
You're gonna remove the snoms.
No. I am adding an entry for Mega Rayquaza.
What?
Well, it's too late. Everything's been rolled. It doesn't matter.
Against
I mean, he's-
me. If it rolls this, I will gentleman into letting him bring Mega Rayquaza against me.
Yeah, way to bring Mega Rayquaza when you have a Mega Diancie.
I wouldn't bring that thing anyway.
All right,
And
it didn't
Snom.
matter.
And it's Snom. Yeah, why would he bring Mega Rayquaza when you have a Mega Diancie that just counters it?
I don't know. Anyway,
Why would I bring a legendary? I fucking hate those things.
that guy... Giratina would like to know your location.
Okay. Do I ever use a Giratina? No. I still fucking hate legendaries.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys on Tuesday, and we will see you guys next Sunday with the Week 4 recap.
Superman Hell continues, everyone. See y'all in 2 days.
Superman's Thursday.
See y'all in 2 days.
See you guys then. Goodbye!
And see y'all never for Wonderland.